All right. Part 7. Let me get my screen shared here. MUI and at work, we finally got the first version done, I guess you could say. Something demoable. So from here on out, it's mostly just fixing little things. Basically, we're not going to be touching MUI really at all. And the rest of us just kind of clean up and all of that and making decisions. I say all of that, like you guys know. Anyway, I guess the only thing that I probably should look into a little bit is the whole theming, MUI theming. So customization. Yeah, this whole area. I think we went over this, or I went over this back a little bit ago. Um, uh, yeah, so this basically you can pass in. Take a look at this. You can pass in a theme. Well, I have quite a lot of themes. You can create this theme and edit certain bits. It's just an object basically, although they have quite a lot going on here that I don't fully understand. Anyway, it's supposed to look something like this. If we come back over here, is it customizing the theme? Yeah. So in your wherever you want the theme to be, probably at the base of your application, the base component. But you can nest themes. But yeah, basically you just import this create theme, and then you just go ahead and go to town. Excuse me. You can set colors and all sorts of stuff, and that's what this default theme viewer is. Here are all the things that you can, all the things that you can customize. Although it's not very helpful that this component is just stated as object and that's it, because I'm running into an issue at work where I want the ability to specify only certain components to use a different color for their primary color. So, for example, we pretty much all our main color is like this kind of green color, and that's totally fine because Material UI will, if I set green as my primary, then it will color all components as kind of green color. But for whatever reason, our designers want to have the main buttons all this blue, which is it looks fine, but it is something that we need to match with our current uh, system because that's how the rest of our application work looks, and that's you know quite a few above 10 UI projects and stuff. So we can't just suddenly decide that we want to do um, green buttons just because that's how Material UI has it. Anyway, so I went in and I just put in like components, and then edited the button component and changed the color. I think I forget exactly what I did, but yeah, I just kind of I went in there and just used IntelliSense and VS Code and just opened up and saw what options it gave me, and then just kind of drilled down. I think it was like MUI button, and then inside of that, there's an option for like style overrides or something. Anyway, but that's not shown here, so that's a little annoying. Palette is changing the actual like colors that come in, and I'm not really interested in that. Nor am I interested in the text color or background, spacing, shape, border stuff, background colors, padding right, padding bottom, styles. Yeah, so I don't care about any of these. I'm just trying to figure out what the best way is to do style overrides. So that's what I'll do right for this. I think we'll do half an hour instead of a full hour. Let's see here. Keep on collapsing these. Display print. Yes, I don't care about that. These are a little smaller, so I'm not going to bother collapsing all of those. Shadows. Typography, all the H tags. Button object. It's not really what I was interested in. Transitions, Z index. Yeah. Let's try MUI. Might be better. Excuse me to check this out. To type this out. Material UI. Create theme. There's got to be a little bit better documentation. Got this guy. I'm just going to close those ones. Code Evolution's a good channel. This might be something I just have to figure out at work and just mess around with. Okay, so here he's showing that, hey, we've got these components that look like this. If we want to override the color, we can do it directly on the button, but not very maintainable. Changing everything to green. That's pretty easy. That's listed in the documentation. Changing the secondary. Yeah, this might not work as, or it looks like it's got about the same level of detail as regular documentation, which is fine, but it's not really what I was wanting. Let's see here, components. Let's see what this guy has to say. Not sure again why my quality is so bad. I forgot I'm sharing my entire screen, so you guys aren't getting any sound. There we go.
So primary, secondary, etc. Shadows, typography, and finally Z-index. Although this is a great default, you might want to customize the theme according to your application's brand. The most common requirement being customizing the palette. In this video, let's learn how to do that. To create
If he's just customizing the palette, that's not going to be that helpful. Skip around a little bit here.
.ts, add interface palette color, darker of type string. This should now give us autocomplete. Back in the browser, we see a darker gray box being displayed. Now you might ask me, how do we figure out these different interfaces? Well, for that, I would point you to the documentation. Under customization and default theme, at the very bottom, there is a link to see how create theme function is written. Click on that link and navigate one folder up to the styles folder. Scroll down and navigate to create palette.d.ts.
I bet you that is what we need then. Hold on, I want to open that up in a new tab. This one, component. This is exactly what I was doing the other day. Yes. MUI button, and then I went into the style overrides. Components overrides. I'm just going to go ahead and copy that, and we might see if they have something about that down here. Looks like they don't. Yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing at work. Just figuring out what exactly is going on. So I'm not too worried about figuring out right now in this live stream. Give me 1 second. I'm just sending a quick text to my wife. Right. Wow, that took a long time to search. Components override from overrides. I don't see it overrides. UCD, EFG, PQRST. Yeah, so we got to go up for O. Output style, or outline, sorry. Oh, wow, outline to input. Yeah, I don't see / overrides anywhere. Styles overrides. There it is. Button. All right. It is a little ridiculous, so we'll just leave it. Not ridiculous, but non-helpful. Dang it, I just realized I was sharing only that tab, guys, instead. That's dumb. Here's what I was doing. When I clicked on this link, which you guys didn't know, oh my gosh. Okay, I followed his advice and went to the default theme viewer, clicked on this link. If you want to learn more about how themes are assembled, take a look at this. So I clicked on that. Took me here. And then, oh crap, what did I do after here? Oh, after this, I scrolled up and I was looking down at all the different things and I saw this components section. And I was like, oh, look at this. This is exactly what MUI button, default props, style overrides, variants. And I remember using the style overrides property. Anyway, overrides is down over here. There it is. But as you can see, it's not that helpful. Like we have these rules and class, like the key, the component name, and then the theme, which is unknown, which is not very helpful. So anyway, I will figure this out later at work when I'm actually on the project and I can be bouncing around back and forth within documentation and actually seeing the project update in real time. So, and also the theme isn't that important right now. Like we can get that, we can hard code it just to make it look nice for now, and then we'll update it later on to be a little bit more maintainable and usable. And yeah, anyway, make it so we're not having to hard code everything in line in the components on the page. So we shall leave that for now. We're at the 20-minute mark. Now I said I'd go to 30, but I'm not sure what else to do right this second besides start a completely brand new coding session or something, and I guess build a little app to pull in some data and display it using hopefully like most of the components just to get a feel for them at least once. Yeah, anyway. So Yeah, because of that, I'm just going to end it here, and I'll continue on building a little app out, little web page out tomorrow.